Yeah, just really pleased to be here in Charlotte on this day and excited for what's to come tonight. For Coach Elliott and the football team, they've worked really hard to put themselves in this position, and obviously we're all hopeful for a big win tonight. So we want to wish them luck. From the basketball team, we do have to get on a plane and go back because we play on Tuesday. We debated, whether we could stay or not, but felt had to do the right thing and get back just to get these guys some rest because we've been on the road for a week. But we will be home hopefully if the weather cooperates, and we'll be watching and pulling hard like everybody else. But the fans here tonight, our fans that came to the game, were very impactful. Our guys felt it, and we really appreciate all those that made the trip here to Charlotte to see us play, and obviously the football team tonight. It matters. Dayton's a really good basketball team. We're very familiar with them and Coach Grant from our time at VCU, and he's an amazing coach and just a great representative of our game. And so it's always a pleasure to compete against him and his players and staff. Their pressure obviously is very, very good. They do it to most teams, and they did it to us tonight. We had just enough positive plays on offense and ball movement on offense to be able to withstand a poor turnover performance that so far this season we haven't really had. I think Dayton, you have to give Dayton a ton of credit for that, and certainly something that we're gonna continue to work on going forward and need to work on. But proud of the guys, proud of the way that they played. They showed some resiliency. 2-game trip to win at Texas, and then come here, play an early game, and play against a really good Dayton team. We knew it was going to be a challenge, and it certainly played out that way.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go Jeff, then Greg,
Brian,
and then
you
David.
have seen, I'm sure, many good shooting performances in your coaching career. Where does Jakari's rank?
Yeah, I mean, it was just one of those performances where every time he was open and he had it, you could hear the crowd going, yes. It wasn't that he hadn't made the shot yet. It was just you knew that he was going to probably knock it in. And, he's in amazing company right now with Kyle Guy, and it's a pleasure to coach Jakari. When he gets on in a zone like that, as his coach, it's like, okay, stay out there. How long can I leave him out there before he gets tired?
Greg, and then David.
Yeah, 21 assists on 27 made field goals. What did you see ball movement-wise that you liked today?
Yeah, I mean, we knew going into the game, and it's a short prep. We're out on the road. We just play Texas and in a late game, and then play an early game here. We only had one practice to get ready for this particular game. Certainly no excuses, but I thought our guys did a nice job when they beat the pressure of continuing to maintain an advantage, and then taking the shots that were there, and were good opportunities for us. And certainly Jakari making shots, was a big factor in the game.
David, then Mike, then Preston.
Brian, Dayton had scored 14 consecutive points to cut it, I think, to 7.
Yeah.
DeRitter misses the 3. Mallory gets that offensive rebound.
Yeah.
And that scrum. How big was that rebound? Because then it leads to another white 3.
Yeah, it was huge. And you could see it. He had position there. I had a pretty good view at it, and he just skied up and got it. And that's what he does. He's a warrior, and he finds a way to impact the game, whether he's playing lights out or he's had a subpar game. He finds a way to win, and that's why we're excited that he's on our team.
Mike, then Preston, then Amy.
Brian, you've seen now a variety of offenses to work against. How would you evaluate where you are defensively and getting where you want from your
Yeah, I thought the guys did a nice job when we weren't giving up easy baskets because of our turnovers. Your offense really helps your defense. When you play great offense, you can set your defense a little bit better. And so I thought in the half court, our guys did a really nice job. Shy a couple of possessions where we made poor decisions in pick and roll coverages there at the end where Bennett makes the 3. We were supposed to go over, and you're not gonna stop them, on every single possession, but it's getting better. There's no question.
Preston talked about the fans earlier. Did it feel like it had like an NCAA tournament type feel to it, and how valuable is that early in the
Yeah, it's huge. We talked to the team before the game about it. This is an NCAA type tournament game, and you schedule these games for that reason. Dayton as a team, Coach Grant has done a great job of, getting their program into the NCAA tournament on multiple occasions and winning games. And they believe that they're going to win. And we talked to our team well before the game about, they play with a chip on their shoulder. They are high major, and they are a high major program that expects to win, every game. And so for us to play against an opponent like that and have that type of pressure put on us will pay dividends for us in the long run.
Coach, you've had some really good time maybe like Northeastern, kind of in spite of threes, but this game was really night and day. What does that tell you about kind of how the team's identity is developing against these like more high major teams?
Yeah, say that again. I didn't hear what you said.
In spite of, like you won Northwestern in spite of kind of
Yeah.
5-3, whereas this game.
No, we didn't shoot it well at Northwestern. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, you're allowed to say it. That's fine.
There was just a big.
We won it at the free throw line, right? Yeah.
You said that in the press conference.
Yeah.
How does kind of that? What does that tell you against about your team's identity against these high majors and how that's developed?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I think it's just the game is the game, right? And you evaluate that particular game afterwards. And so I don't read too much into because there are different defenses and different styles that are out there. Some styles are designed to take away the three, some design and get you inside the line. Some are designed to run at you, and Dayton runs at you a lot. They're in scramble a ton, and so they really challenge your ball handling. And so when we began to stop and make the right plays on offense, we began to get open shots. And thankfully, we knocked enough down, to have a pretty good cushion there. And but we're a team that will certainly seek the three and the right threes. And I think we took the right threes tonight. And we're going to crash the glass. We're going to get to the offensive rebound or to our areas to try to do our best to come up with some extras. And Chance obviously had a huge one.
What do you tell the team in the locker room at halftime? You guys exploded in the second half. Just what's the message at halftime and getting that start and getting the second half?
Take care of the ball. Yeah, I mean, I think it was take care of the ball. All right, move it, trust one another. They're going to be in scramble, and take the shots when they're there. Defend a little bit better in the pick and roll. I think midway through that first half, we began to get them into some harder twos, and the shots, began to not fall, and we didn't let them get all the way to the rim on us, and we didn't foul them. Early in the game, we fouled a little bit too much, and so once that slowed down and we were able to make them shoot over us, our rebounders did a nice job of coming up with boards. Even down at the end there, the end of the game, our guys did a nice job of getting stops.
Hey, Coach, Chris Idell from Farmington and Baltimore. Talk about your turnovers today. You came from Texas and you're traveling all the way through to Charlotte. Turning over the basketball was good today. Right? You only had 9 turnovers. Is that something you guys work on a lot? With this heavy travel you guys are doing?
Yeah, I mean, certainly you have to, but we didn't have a ton of practice time leading into this one. But we knew we were going to be facing a team that turns the other team over, and we knew it was going to be a challenge. And what you do is you meet passes. You're strong with the ball. You're ball tough. You take it when it's there. You pass it, all right, when the guy's open. I know it sounds really simple, but if you hold it, now all of a sudden the defense is back, and then their pressure bothers you again, and now you have to do it all over again to try to create that advantage and protect the basketball. And so, we are always working on playing against an advantage situation where we have a 2-on-1, and now we want to make the right basketball play and get it to the guy that's open. So, it's simple basketball, but sometimes we're really good at it, and sometimes we're not.
You've talked about how these road trips can be opportunities for the players to bond, particularly when you have a bunch of newcomers like you do. What do you think the impact of this extended trip could be on the team?
Yeah, it's a tremendous opportunity for us, and I think the guys made the most of it. We didn't actually do much other than preparation for both games. We flew into a city and went to the hotel and got prep and had a shoot around, and didn't have a shoot around. Neither team had a shoot around today, so that was That was obviously unique, and we're going to be in that situation at some point again, I'm sure. But I thought our guys handled, that part of it very well. But just time together, just general time together always, strengthens your team. Whether it's a meal in the hotel, they went out to eat, in Charlotte when we first got here on Thursday, which was great, a great opportunity for our guys to bond. And we had quite a few family members, that came to the game as well. And it's always good to see our parents and friends, come support our players.
Baton has been so big at a lot of things they do beyond scoring, quarterback the offense. He was largely silent today. Was there something in particular that you took away from them with him?
Well, we played a different pick and roll defense than we typically do against him in the first half, where we step up a little bit and we play him more like a guard. And they got inside of our defense some against that one. In the second half, and that takes away the pop, so he can't get the three. He can really shoot the ball. He can put it down. He's skilled. And so he's a really good player. If he catches it around the basket with room, he's chances of him scoring are really, really good. And so we wanted to limit his catches near the rim, take away the three, and really do a good job of blocking him out. And in the second half, we went back to our normal base pick and roll coverage, and that's where we drop off of them a little bit. So you do run the risk of getting some pop threes, but I thought our bigs did a nice job of getting back to him, when they needed to.
Ryan, you mentioned NCAA tournament quality of the game and atmosphere. Back in the Spectrum Center for you, though, it's got to bring back some great memories.
Yeah, it was a little bit weird when we first got off the plane and I got on the bus and, we had a Virginia sticker on the bus, and we're in Charlotte and all that. So, yeah, there's certainly, something to that as you walk in. But thankfully, we're not in the same locker room. We weren't in the same locker room, or else I would have been spooked. But that was a special time, for that particular team. And obviously we know what the end result was in 2019, so we're all pleased with that.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thanks.